If you're looking for a way to turbocharge the motivation in your team, department, or entire organization, then today's episode of the Leaders Kitbag is for you. And it's probably simpler and cheaper than you might expect. Hi there, I'm Ben Morton. I'm a leadership mentor and performance coach, and I specialize in working with business professionals who are moving into more senior leadership positions and who are committed to being the very best leader they can possibly be. So, to today's topic, it's really about understanding the difference between recognition and appreciation, and then being able to apply that knowledge day in, day out, consistently. Because it's often the case in terms of motivation and indeed building relationships and a sense of rapport with people, that it's the small everyday gestures that make the biggest impact. It's not the occasional grand gesture. So, recognition and appreciation, two words that we all use on a regular basis, often interchangeably, but they're not the same thing. Recognition is about some form of reward, monetary or otherwise, could simply be praise as a reward, that is related to what people do or deliver. And the research says that when people feel recognized, i.e. recognized for what they do, their productivity and motivation increases by around 23%, which is significant, right? I'm sure we'd all love to have 23% more productivity from our teams. Appreciation, on the other hand, is about when people feel appreciated for who they are, not just what they do. So it's about seeing and appreciating the human, the person in front of us, the person who works for us, the person who gives blood, sweat and tears and goes the extra mile for us or for the organization. Appreciation is much more fundamental and much more humanistic. And again, the research says that when people feel appreciated, their productivity and motivation goes up by around 43%, which is huge. Now, how do you do it? Well, one of the simplest ways that I have seen proved time and time again throughout my entire career is by simply, as a leader or manager, taking the time to send some handwritten letters or thank you cards to the people in our team. It's about looking for opportunities to catch people doing things right, looking for opportunities to see and appreciate the people in our team, right? People often say it's the thought that counts. It's not true. It turns out it's the effort that counts. The motivational impact that comes from sending someone a handwritten card, note, or thank you card is disproportionate to the time and effort it takes. I've spoken to people who have still got thank you cards from a previous boss 20 years on. People keep them. People's eyes light up and their state changes when they talk about a particular boss and the thank you card that they sent. And it really is about the effort that counts, right? Sending a handwritten thank you note, buying it, finding a nice pen, takes much more effort than simply typing out another quick email to say, hey, thanks for your work this week, really appreciate it. And there's a novelty factor to handwritten notes as well. We rarely get them other than maybe Christmas time these days. So there's a real novelty factor there. Even more so if the handwritten card is delivered to someone's home address. It catches them off guard when they're not expecting it, maybe when they're not in work mode. And it has a huge, huge impact in terms of motivation. If you think you've not got time to do it, let me share a quick story. There's a gentleman called Sheldon Yellen, who is the CEO of Belfour Holdings, which is a $1 billion American company. Sheldon Yellen sends around 8,000 handwritten birthday cards every year. He sends them, he writes them, not his PA. And there's two ways you could look at that. You could go, ah, yeah, but he's a CEO. He's got loads of time. He can do that. Or you could say, wow, he's a CEO. He's really busy. If he can send 8,000 birthday cards a year, I can surely manage to send 6 to those in my team. So there you have it. A simple way, simple, cheap way, but it does take a little bit of effort to turbocharge the motivation in your team, department, or business. And if you start doing this, the people that you lead in 10 years' time will be on a leadership program talking about you as one of the best leaders they've ever worked for. I know that's the case because I hear it every week on my leadership programs. Hope it's been useful. As always, look after yourself. Look after those you've got the privilege and responsibility to lead. And until next time, lead on.